Here's Royce Hunt on the back fence.
About to do a Nathan Brown impersonation. He is on the back fence, and they kick towards that side of the field. In the starting team tonight, and here comes Royce. At speed as well. They got numbers there in front of him. Now Havili at a dummy half. He got there. He was down very low and just said, go, go, go. Carry before the kick. Luai could have been under pressure. Sullivan dropped off on it. It'll fall into no man's land here. In fact, Galvin a catch. Then a second kick is way too big. Keep it going. His pass intercepted here by Johnston. Luai coming across the field. Buller from behind. Luai cuts him down. A try saver there from the number 7. Isaiah Tass doing some dancing. Almost gets there. Galvin underneath him stops him from scoring.
Yeah.
He might be offside here, Galvin.
Video review. Have no try, Bucky. Coming in to tackle 2 on field. We've got Sunir Taruru's offside.
Maybe it is penalty try then.
Well, surely.
Yeah. Because it's great footwork from Tass. Scored a great try.
Also turns in an offside position and is the primary defender into the play.
It's a professional foul.
And now Sullivan sees some space, runs towards Buller. He's got Graham there with him, runs away from Graham, gives it to Aiken. The ball goes to ground, play on, set, restart, 6 more tackles. Aiken does a 360, and he finds the North Star. Play on for the Tigers. Play here. Coruscant out of nothing runs towards Mitchell, looking for support. He stepped Latrell. Epic Coruscant drags the Tigers out of the mire. Good carry. Now Luai shows it. Gives it to Samuela Fainu. Around the legs there was Ewan Aiken. The Tigers have used up 4 tackles. It's a slow play, the ball. Buller, or rather Fainu has picked up an injury here and has knocked it on, stumbling over through the injury in the play the ball. Fainu, we saw the knee test being done. Short ball, terrific tackle by Humphreys. Seyfarth was cut down. Here's May charging at them. Held up.
Time off.
And then watch Latrell Mitchell position his body under Terrell May.
Tackle 5.
Tatola does a great job.
Now Humphreys, numbers down the short side. Aiken, great hands. Tass Johnston for 197. It's down to 12 and a half minutes remaining. May, still time for the Tigers. Coruscant away again. Runs towards Mitchell. Steps past Mitchell. Again, Tallis Duncan saves the moment for South. He plays it for Buller. Another penalty, and it had to be a sin bin, and now it's game on. Well handled. Coruscant stepping. It is all up big Coruscant. Coruscant back for Luai. Looks out the back to Galvin. 3 on 2 again. Galvin stays on his feet. Did he lose it? He got into the end goal. Did he lose it? Passion killer for this Campbelltown crowd.
Aspects of play in the lead up. Lockie Galvin loses the ball over the try line. We have a decision.
Takes his time getting back to play it. Here's arrow spinning, and the Rabbitohs are home. And the Rabbitohs are back inside the top 8. That is no small effort.
All right, well, Benji, obviously disappointing way, but I thought everyone thought that fight back, particularly there when Lockie Galvin's try beating the game out, but the fight you showed in that second half would have been improved this side.
Yeah, well, we talked about that all week. We don't get beaten on effort this week. Obviously off the back of last week, it was a tough one to take. I thought the boys showed up and we had our chances there at the end, but it wasn't to be. Round 11, our first bye, it's probably come at a real good time for us. Give us a chance to regroup, go through what's working and that. And the reality is we're 5 and 6, and a position we probably thought we could be better than. But at the same time, you've got to take stock of where we've come from and take the positives away and get better for next week.
As sitting next to Yapi Coruscant stepping the trail like that was something to marvel at.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best individual performances I've seen at our club in terms of fight and getting us back in the game. And that's what we love about him. He just keeps fighting, and he's the skipper for a reason. He does his job on and off the field, and tonight he was outstanding.
It was that Lockie Galvin try, obviously, in the corner there, but talk about that effort that they had. They felt like they really started to get the momentum on top of the Bunnies, and it really felt like the game was changing. Is that where you go into next week and sort of build it and focus on that part of it?
I will do like a full mid-season review. Obviously it's our first bye, so the boys are pretty banged up, putting a lot of effort into the start of our season, and that's the best start we've had to a season in a number of years. So we can't rest on that though. We've got to try and find ways to keep improving, but this bye is coming at a real good time for us to just catch our breath. Got some banged up guys that probably could do with a week off, and focus on next week or the week after.
Terrell May and Royce Hunt, particularly that period, were really strong. Terrell May, again, some really strong carries and meters.
Yeah, Terrell's he's outrageous what he can do in terms of minutes and on the field. And the longer the game went, I thought he got better today. So he's been big for us to obviously start the season, and a big part of the reason why we're out in the position we are. But yeah, we definitely got a lot of improvement in us. And tonight I thought we had our chances, and we just didn't get it.
Happy, instead of watching it, felt like you just took the game by the scruff of the neck there and felt like you had to sort of drag the team back into it. Was that, I don't know, part of your mindset to make sure you got try and get a lot more involved, or?
No, not at all. It was just the way the game was going. We started generating some ruck speed, which brings offloads, and that got me into the game a little bit. So, I think we just started turning momentum, and just happened to be there.
Can you talk us through the feign kick, the step on Latrell? Broke his ankles there?
Yeah, I don't even know what was going on either. I was just, I thought chip and chase, and then I knew I wasn't quick enough to go get the ball back, so I just did it.
Benji, it looks like Mitch Moses, who picked a number 6 for New South Wales, and Jerome will miss out when that side's named. What are your sort of views on that, and Jerome missing out on that spot?
Oh yeah, I'll talk to Jerome privately. I'm sure he'd be disappointed, as we all are. But that's a decision that's out of our hands, and wish we could do more for him to get him in that team, but it'll make him hungry and better.
What about Terrell, Benji? It seems like he might miss out as well. Stuff during the week about some comments on gaming. I don't even know what it was, to be honest. Your thoughts on that whole saga?
Oh, mate, I can't control who gets selected and who doesn't. But all I can say for Terrell and his character and the way he's been with us has been outstanding. The way he leads on and off the field with our players, he's taken a lot of the young guys under his wing, and I've said this week after week, he's become a real leader in our team, and we love what he's doing for us, so that's all I can comment on.
Happy, I know it's not an easy question to answer in the press conference after a game. Is that fire still burn for you for the New South Wales jersey? And do you feel like performances like tonight show that the chance comes, if something happens, then you're more than ready to step back into that arena?
Yeah, of course. It's one of the best games to play, so I'm always hungry for it. But it is what it is. Whatever happens.
Benji, after tomorrow, apparently there's a board meeting to discuss whether or not Lockie should be allowed to leave at the end of the season. Do you have a view on this? Will you have a say before that meeting tomorrow?
I do, but it's not one that I'm going to share. And that's up to whatever happens there. I'm not even going to comment on that, to be honest.
It's not a distraction anymore. It's business as usual again.
Do you expect to know that meeting was clarity, though, Benj, on the way forward?
I'm sure you'll find out, like you usually did.
I hope so.
All good. Thanks.
Keon, I might start with yourself. That was some game from you. How did you feel out there?
I tried not to think about it too much. Just desperately wanted the 2 points because we have a bye next week, so puts us back in the top 8. So that was all my thought process during that.
Did you feel like that sort of form from yourself has been coming for some time? And it just sort of worked?
Wayne told me I was in the middle last week, so I don't really care where I play. I'll just do my best for the team, and hopefully we win the 2 points.
Wayne, what was the most pleasing thing for you from that?
Well, just their overall effort. Yeah, it's really, NRL should be pretty proud at the moment of the competition they've got. Some great games, a great game here tonight, and all the teams are putting in. So it's close, it's hard, and just we're part of that category right now. We've got ourselves back in a bit of form. And
Jaden Sullivan set up a try, and then he saved one in the second. Incredible effort from him tonight as well. How impressed are you by him?
Yeah, I've been really pleased with him. I think he's been really good for us, and we've been good for him. His defence has improved a lot. Yeah, so he's doing a great job, and Cody's a number one playmaker, and these guys, him and Jamie, have had to pick it up and use responsibility, and I'm very pleased with what they're doing.
Wayne, we sat in the top 8. Like going into the bye now, you've sort of got through your first big chunk of the season. You sat in the top 8 when you consider the amount of injuries you've had, taking a new side and whatnot. Like, how impressive is that?
Yeah, well, I'm very proud of them. I've told them that this week and last week, and yeah, the way they've battled through all this. And we had a bit of a bad game at the Magic weekend in Brisbane. It wasn't where I wanted to be, the standard that I thought we could play them with all the injury we had. And they've just picked it up a little bit, gone up a notch, and we still had 6 players out today. We had 9 out in Brisbane, but the tally's getting down. So,
if someone had told you like the amount of outs you'd have over this period, like
the amount of what?
Amount of outs you'd have over this first third of the season, like would sitting in the top 8 have exceeded your expectations at this point?
No.
Just because of the courage you have, or why's that?
No, I know the quality of these people here, and I've worked with them before, and I know what they bring, and I just wanted to be at their best and do that every week, not 1 week on, 1 week off. So, and I know they can do that.
Keelan, do you prefer playing middle? Or? It's hard to work. It's the way you play tonight looks that way.
Wayne already knows that I have a preference, but with all the injuries and that we have, the best go forward from the middles normally wins the game each week, and Wayne put his trust in me that I'm able to do that for the team. And look, like I said, I don't care where I play. I'll just do my best each week and try and win the game for the boys.
And how do you find playing the minutes you went unchanged tonight, didn't you? Like to go that long, playing in the middle. I assume it's different playing the edge.
Yeah, it's different, but my effort doesn't change. I just try not to think about it too much. Don't think about my gas. I just go out there and just try.
That's the great part about it, mate, isn't it? You're just not thinking anymore. Yeah. So that's what we did. We ran over 300 metres tonight and had 50 odd tackles. So it says it all. And I didn't take him off. So it says it all.
In terms of
he thinks about it on the edge, and then he just goes to sleep on me.
Suggesting you'll stay there.
Problem. Pardon?
Are you suggesting you'll stay there for?
Well, I think there's a little suggestion on that. I hope I don't have to play him as long all the time, but anyway, he was great tonight. That's
When you coached a lot of games of footy, like for a prop to run over 300 metres, make 50.
Yeah, well, and do all those tackles and that. Yeah. And I don't think it was a mistake in him.
Do you recall? I'm sure it's happened. Do you recall it?
Oh, back in the Broncos heydays with the guys like Webke and Andrew G and some of those players there, Glenn Lazarus, they were pretty wonderful players that did a lot of great stuff. But this guy's matching anything and he's done the game. So
New South Wales are about to name their team, and we've got a pretty fair idea what it looks like. There's question marks over Payne Haas and whether he's available. If he's not available, it's a Man City next year. So the right option.
Well, they've been watching the tapes for the last couple of weeks. He's played there 2 weeks in a row, and he's been close to our best player both weeks. And his work rate's been phenomenal. He got cramps late last week, about 10 minutes to go. So he can play. There's not many middles are playing 80 minutes and doing the workload that he's doing and being as effective as he is. So I don't want to help New South Wales anymore with team selection. So I'm buying out on it.
All right, thank you guys.